What's good, YouTube? We back with another banger, man, because every video is a banger. Welcome back to Kush and Beans. Welcome back to Zah City, man. Welcome back to season 2. Thank you so much for everything on season 1. I appreciate y'all, man. Before we get into all the special shit for season 2, listen, we got to get to 500 subscribers. So, if you fuck around with the content, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the long run. This video gonna be a long one, man. We're going over all the tools and equipment inside of Zah City to prep for season 2. Sit back, relax, light you a doobie, and let's get to it. But before we begin, let's check on our girls. These are the clones from season 1 in here, thriving and finessing and looking lively. So, man, this is how we're looking. Okay, so we're going to talk about all the equipment and tools that we're going to be utilizing. We're going to start over here in this little corner. You're going to need a lot of bends, if you can't tell, okay? Bend galore. Inside this bend, we don't really have nothing too crazy. It's just extra shit, you know, like tubes, sprinkler heads, tape, extension cords. We got a chemical mixture right here. That's what we do all of our compost tea when we want to do small plants. You know, the big plants, we use a sprinkler system. Okay, we got some wire racks. Okay, wire racks. This holds all of our nutrients. Don't worry about this. I'm going to have a video showcasing all the nutrients. You feel me? Look, use whatever you want. As you can tell, I have different types of nutrients. I have synthetics, right? And I have dry mimics. So use whatever you want, okay? Inside the tool, inside this tent, this bin, we got some cure bags. We got big and small. We got some cups for the domes when we popping seeds. We got the humidity dome. And then in here, we use this a lot. So that's why this is on top. We got all of our different type of shears and stuff like that. These are new. I haven't even used them yet. Measuring cups, bug clips, KuBs&x, gloves. You know what I'm saying? No glove, no love. That's how we're looking, okay? Oh, peep this. You guys see these extension cords? These extension cords play a big role. The white one powers the small one. The orange one powers the big one, okay? Follow along. Inside the tools, we got some plant stakes, little shelf, hold everything up, nothing too crazy. We're going to start our first tent. This right here is a Vivosun. Hold on, let me spark up. This right here is a Vivosun KuBs&x tent, okay? So, you guys seen this on the channel before. This tent take care of all of our clones, all of our seed poppings, everything. You know what I'm saying? I pop my seeds, throw them in here for 48 hours in total darkness. On the heat map, they sprout. Okay, controlling it, it's just a simple extension cord plug-in. Okay, nothing too crazy. One plug for the heat mat, which is in here, and then the other plug is for the light. The light we're using is just a simple light. Okay, it's nothing crazy. I'm gonna show you guys the light we're using. Okay, so it's just it's the regular bar star light that we're using. Okay, nothing too crazy we're using in there. When you search up the Vivosun Seedling mat, it comes with the light. So search up the kit. I'll post it for you guys. But it's just a simple bar light we're using. Back here, solar cups, plant pots, stuff like that. A couple of newts. Again, we'll go over that. Fabric pots. These are used. These are from the last season. I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer fabric pots. Look, you done with them, throw them in the washing machine, wash them out. No chemicals. Good as new. You feel me? We also got some new fabric pots. Okay, so we also got some new ones. The new ones we're going to be using is going to be for this upcoming season. But we got some new ones here. So, all right. You guys have already seen the Vevor trimming, but we're going to go over it a little bit more. So the Vevor trimming machine, this shit worked wonders. We're going to be using this in season 2. Okay, this is what we do all of our trims in and stuff like that. Okay, so we're definitely going to be using that. Also in season 2, we picked up the AC Infinity electric mister. This thing, wonderful. This thing is chef's kiss. Okay. For those of you guys who watched my last season, you guys know I have a problem with powdery mildew. I've been using the Lost Coast plant therapy with this thing. That shit is a thing of the past. Okay, so you don't have a mister, get you a mister. Okay, and then new pickup is this thing. I might do a separate video on it, but this thing right here is chef's kiss. This, let me open if I can get it open. Pardon my ash. This is our seedling seed tray. We're starting to acquire a lot of seeds. It's gonna keep them in order for us this season. All right, so this is our seed tray. We got a little organizer. We got some funnels, shovel, and stuff like that. You know, it's our seed tray right here. Of course, like I said, we're gonna need a lot of bins. In these bins, we got soil in these bins. These are reused soil and stuff like that. We amended. That's what's still cooking in here. But that's how we looking. Okay, so that's everything on this side of Zah City. All right, we got the clone tent, kitchens. I say kitchen. Shears, trimmers, stuff like that, and then right here supplements. We'll talk about that in another video. Okay, now let's move over. Remember that orange cord? This orange cord feeds into the 8x4, 4x8, however way you want to say it. That's what powers the heart. Okay, the heart is this AC Infinity, right? AI right here outlet. That's what powers all of my tents. All of my tents, maybe by different brands, right? But all of my tents are powered by AC Infinity. That's the heart for all of my tents. Okay, so in here, I have a Vivosun fan. It just connects into the heart, right? Everything connects into the heart that's inside of here. Okay, this tent is set up very simply. This light right here, if you guys remember from the very first season, this is a Mars Hydro light. I picked this up, that up, $100. That's what I got. And I also got another fan too, and we'll show you guys that. But we picked all that up $100. Okay. Now, this is just a regular extension cord plugged into my wall. Follow that into the heart, which is plugged into this. Into this, I had the light, I have the ventilation system, and I also have down here all of these fans that you see, right? The fan is plugged into that black extension cord that's going down, and all the fans plugged into just a regular extension cord. But because the extension cord is plugged into the heart, I can power it. Okay, put everything whatever speed I want, and I can turn it on and turn it off on a timer based on the temperature. All right, that's how we're looking at this tent. Over here, this light was a light we just got on eBay. We had some eBay credit and we picked it up. To be honest with you, this is my strongest light. I have never been able to run this light at 100 power. When I put it at 100 power, it blows out the heart. Okay, it cannot handle it, right? Because I have so much shit plugged into it. Well, not really. I have 4. It's supposed to take 8. So I have so much thing plugged into it, but it cannot handle it. So this blows. So I've only ran this at 75% capacity. Okay. So this is just a regular light. If you watch my previous video, I posted where I got it from on eBay. So you have to go through there and find that out. Okay. But this is coming back and making a return. Okay. This is the 8x4, how it's set up. Now, if we move over, we have ourselves. Hold on. Let me hit my blunt. Thank you. We have ourselves a 32 gallon trash can. This is our reservoir system that power our DIY sprinkler system. As you guys can see, all of our plants have a sprinkler tip in them. Every last one of them, right? And I'll show you guys more in depth when we go to the next tank because I have a smaller version of this. But this power sprinkler system. Inside of here, we got 32 gallons. We have a bubbler, which keeps the water oxygenated. And we also have our pump, which feeds the water and sprinkle it, right? Literally all I got to do, I flip the switch, water comes out, my plants are watered. All right? That's what feeds this 8x4. This was a DIY. Now, if we move over, boom, over here. And look, before I continue, let me say this. You do not need all of this stuff. When I first started, Brian, I had just this little tent I'm about to show you. Then I built around it. Most of this stuff I got on Facebook Marketplace, okay? And I caught on sales. So all of this stuff in here probably cost me $1,000 altogether. And you know, this what I'm about to show you. My fiance gave it to me. It was my first gift from her. That's what got me in the love of growing. So this right here is our 4x4 by 𝐴𝐶 This tent right here is Chef's Kiss. But before we get here, let's get right here. We have the Spider Farmer wick system. This one is all gravity feed. There is no pumps, no nothing like that. You literally flip that switch, water come out, it fills up these basins right here, and then it wicks up to the wicks. But you have to have fabric pots for these. If you don't have fabric pots, it won't be able to soak up the wick, okay? The water, there's a pump in here, a valve. When this is full with water, it stops, right? So that way it doesn't overflow. You want to make sure this is sitting flat though. All right, but we got our fans. This is the ion board. It comes with the tent when you bought the kit. They're probably a newer model. I can tell you this is my best made tent. Look at the material in here. It's very shiny, very bright. If I take you guys to the 4x8, it's a little bit duller. You can tell, right? Quality is not as 100% as in the AC Infinity. But look at this one. Boom. Okay. This is our 4x4. All right. Now, here we have our humidifier. This is the AC Infinity. Everything in here is powered by AC Infinity. The light, humidifier, the fan, everything. Okay, now if you look down here closely, this right here is just a regular plug-in. Okay? This right here is a regular plug-in. The reason I have a regular plug-in here, I don't need that smart one here, is because I have the controller. Okay, I have everything plugged into the controller, and then the controller connects to my phone, just like the smart plug-in. But this is just a regular plug-in, okay? You follow along with me. This is the 4x4. Follow along with me. Right here, we have a high-sense dehumidifier. If you're growing, you need a dehumidifier, okay? If I show you guys over here, right? My temperature fluctuates between 65 degrees and 75 degrees. My humidity fluctuates between 55 and 65. It's always in those range, okay? You want to keep your grow area in those range. You need that if you want to avoid mold. Look, I got it dialed in like this, and I'm still fighting powdery mildew, okay? So you want to do everything you can to keep the environment. And some plants, some strains need certain environments. So do your research on what strain you're growing. All right, but we have a dehumidifier right here. This dehumidifier connects into this reservoir, right? So here's what I did. The dehumidifier is always pumping water. This reservoir always have water in here. This reservoir is a 27-gallon reservoir, right? It fills in here. This is all dehumidifier water. That little yellow stuff you see floating, that's from when I drilled a hole. I don't know why I drilled a hole with water in here. But again, we have a bubbler in here to keep the water oxygenated. Same system, right? We flip a switch. Here, we have two smaller water pumps. Now, you don't need two water pumps. You can use one. But if you use two, be smarter than me. Get you the stuff that don't rust, okay? Get you like copper or something like that, like I did on this one. So if you see on this one, right, if I lift it up, you see, this part will never rust, right? Versus on the other one, because I didn't get the correct one, it rusts. So tubing, half-inch tubing, follow in, boom, 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 come out through here, boom. These ones are 3/4 tubings. It's that simple. Take as many as you want to put in here, put a connector. We have some two-way connectors, we have some four-way connectors, and then you just need a switch to release the water. The switch is inside this bin because there's a slight leak in it, so that's why we have it in here, so the leak goes right back in the bin. This tent is our 5x5, okay? This is our newest tent. All right, we have yet to grow anything inside this tent. If you guys remember, We used this tent strictly for drying last season. But this tent is our 5x5 tent, and this is our Matic Grow tent. Okay? If you need a tent for the low ski, brand new ski, and you can't find it on Facebook ski, check out medicgrow.com, man. Should be on there, be very, very well priced. Catch you some coupons online. You know what I'm saying? Get you it. This tent, I caught it on Black Friday, and it was about $100. Okay? So definitely get you this tent. Material's not that bad. You guys can see. Of course, it's not as good as my AC Infinity, but not as bad. What I love about this tent, we got two big ass side pockets that can come in here from the sides and do what I need to do in here. Okay. Now the AC Infinity got it too. Boom, side pockets, come in here, do what I got to do. Unfortunately, the 4x8 does not. It does got some back pockets, but because this shit's against my wall, can't ever use it. Okay. But inside go back out here, see this back thing right here? Boom. This is also a Mars Hydro fan. No, I stand corrected. This is a Vivosun fan. Okay, I had this one on the outside of the tent because I needed space up in here. Right, what this does is it pulls all the air and humidity out of here, scrub it through the carbon, release it back into the room. Okay, no smell. All right, so that's what's pulling all the air right up in here. Boom. So this is the only tent that's different, right? The 5x5. Every tent is pulling stuff out of the tent and pushing it out into the room. This is pulling from the tent and pushing it out into the room. Okay? Boom. So this is the only one that's set up a little bit differently. Back in here, again, we don't have a controller. We got the heart. Okay? This is the AC Infinity, right? This is the AC Infinity smart controller again. Right? So, over here, we just got a regular plug that's going to connect to all my fans, right? Because it's connected into the heart, I just need multiple outlets. So we're going to have 4 fans in here, so we'll be connected to that one. Right here, we have another Matic Grow product. This is the Matic Grow Fold 8. We just got this, brand new. Haven't even used it yet. We just turned it on just to see everything working. Okay, this is full power. All right. So right now we got this girl on full power. Of course, throughout the season, we're going to be testing her out, doing a little slight review between each video. But we'll see how she handle everything. Okay? But this is how we're looking, ladies and gents. In the corner, we have just our regular humidifier in here. You can get this from Walmart, $30. What we're going to do is we're going to connect this into the heart. So what happens is that the humidity drops below a certain percentage, this automatically kicks on. Once it reaches that percentage, it automatically kicks off. It is imperative you get you a heart, man. Shout out to AC Infinity. Go get your AC Infinity, man. All right, but this is how we're looking. This is everything in 𝐬𝐫 City. So, Matic Grow 5x5, AC Infinity 4x4, and then we have our 4x8 clone from last season finishing up. Just to give you guys a sneak peek of what season 2 consists of. We're going to be doing our first auto flyering ever in this 4x4. We're going to start that. And then in here, stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys the option to pick what our next grow is going to be. And we have some very, very, very great options. Huge shout out to 𝐿𝐴𝐲𝐶men for hooking me up. And huge shout out for 𝐿𝐴𝐲𝐴men for their fantastic customer service. Man, I can't wait to show you guys all the fantastic flavors we got possibly coming to the garden, man. But one more time, let's look at our girls. Ooh-wee. Oh, man, this is how we looking, man. As always, man, this is your boy Hammer Thing. Saying drop a like, comment, subscribe. It's free, man. Thank you so much, and welcome to season 2 of Kush and Beans. Stay lit, keep growing, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.